How's it? I can never. I'm worried about this new microphone. I hope it's okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the stream. Let's put me big for a minute. So yes, today. So last time on the stream, we did loads. We got a thing so I could control my overlays from my Stream Deck with get requests to the server. And we added a chatbot feature so that the thing can listen to the chat, and when people go bang Perry, it will display the image. And if I run the application, make myself little again. And so now I've created a dedicated port number 25293. And so if I go into that like that and say OK and refresh that and then go bang Perry in the chat, Perry appears. So that is working now. And I can turn Perry off again from my Stream Deck, except I haven't updated the link in my Stream Deck. So I need to do that. So that's 25293. Don't put a tab in there. And let's get rid of that again. And then go away. Host colon 25293. Oh, I know what's going wrong with that. it's because it's not on HTTPS, and so it's silently failing. And that should now be making Perry go away again. It's actually displaying something else. And I can't make Perry go away at all now. Brilliant. All right. So yes, there is a chatbot in this code now. And this chatbot, if we go into the bot here, I've got my Twitch username and my Twitch access token on. I've stuck those in environment variables on this PC. So they're getting picked up from there. And I used Twitch apps .tmi, and I don't know what that is. But yes, there's this token generator. And I just don't know how any of this works. I don't know what this is supposed to do. So I'm going to implement the proper OIDC implicit flow in the application so that when it starts up, it can just redirect you to Twitch and say, hey, do the things, launch the things, and take you through the authentication process. So let's bring that back up, and we'll go to getting tokens OIDC. So you have to do a GET request to HTTPS and requested claims and scopes and all this sort of stuff. So we've got claims here. Each claim describes a piece of data you want to get about the user authorizing your application. Claims parameter is a JSON object. In a request, the claims parameter would be claims equals that. You can request the following claims: email verified, picture, preferred username, updated at. So I don't actually want any of those. I just want some scopes. User edit, user read, email. And so for this, I just want chat edit, chat read, and OpenID. And that should then bring me back to the right place. So if I go to dev.twitch.tv, which is here, and manage this, exactly match the redirect URI. Okay, so we'll call this Twitch auth Twitch callback. I'm not a robot. Hooray! Yep, traffic light, traffic light, traffic light, traffic light. And save. And there we go. So I've got that is my callback URL. Five different potential engagements tonight. Have a good time. That's all right, buddy. Thanks very much for dropping by. See you next time. So we've got the dashboard here. Right, so we're going to create a new service in here, and we're going to call it Twitch Twitch Auth. We can stop running, and we can go prop string token. And then in our startup, we're going to say services.add singleton Twitch auth, so that can get passed around the place. And then in our dashboard, we can say @inject Twitch auth, like that. Put an extra line up there. And then here we can say if string.isNull or empty twitchauth.token. And now how do we do a redirect in Blazor? Blazor page redirect. Navigation Manager's navigate to method. Microsoft really need to work on their Blazor University, what's this? This looks useful. The Navigation Manager service can be injected in a Razor file. Okay. So we can also @inject Navigation Manager like that. And then we can say Navigation Manager dot to absolute URI. And then we want to get the URI from somewhere, and I'm going to put this into Twitch Auth as well. So we're going to have public string get authentication URI. And we're going to have iConfiguration. Configuration is going to get injected. And then grabbing this from the Twitch things, we're going to say return $, boom, Control V, like this. And we'll say var client ID equals underscore configuration dot get value string, and this is going to be Twitch client ID and var redirect URI equals underscore configuration dot get value string Twitch colon redirect URI, or just http colon / localhost colon 25293 / Twitch _ callback, like so. Right, so client ID and redirect URI. So response type. Token ID token return an access token and an ID token. Token plus ID token. A client with a valid access token who only needs added information. Right, so we want token and ID token. Token plus ID token. And we don't want any claims, so we should be all right without that. And then our scopes. So scopes is the things that your token will let you do. And this, I want to be able to read chat messages and write chat messages. So I want chat colon edit and chat colon read. And you might think that chat colon edit would imply chat colon read, but in my experience of scopes, you would be wrong. So there we go, that should be the authentication URI that we need. Navigation manager.toAbsolute URI, twitchauth.get authentication URI. And then sorry, I'm reading something on the wrong screen. Getting tokens OIDC. So we got that, and state equals something. Scopes says it must include OpenID. Yes, it does. Very good point. So let's jump back over to there. OpenID plus. Thank you very much. And then this is going to send us back to a page which has got a hash inside it. So I'm going to add a new Blazor component page and call it Twitch callback. And if we go into here, so navigation manager dot URI, so this is our Twitch callback page. So we're going to do @inject navigation manager. We have this dot no. Oh, here we go. Override on initialized this dot. Yeah, so I need navigation manager to get the URI. So we're going to say var URI equals navigation manager dot URI, like so. And then I'm just going to set a breakpoint here. And then I'm going to go to localhost 2593/Twitch_callback hash access token equals foo. Right, I can't access the hash from here, which is bad. I need to be able to access that hash. So what about using the authorization code flow? So this then comes back with a question mark code equals authorization code. So this I could deal with from just a handler because I can see this on the server. And then I can get an access token. Except there I need to pass my client secret. And really, I don't want to be using the client secret if I can avoid it. So read, what's the stuff after the hash called in front-end development? I have no idea. Hash content. Google is really just terrifying. Browser URI helper. Oh, there we go. That looks better. So if I say @inject browser URI helper, Blazor browser URI helper, WebAssembly URI helper. Again, it's Syncfusion. Search Google for that. IntelliSense to the rescue. URI helper is a type which is not valid in the given context. Nope, it's not that. Using injected URI helper, that's not what we want. So WebAssembly URI helper, so navigation manager, is it that this page can't access that stuff? It is, isn't it? That's what it is. Okay. So I might have to write some actual JavaScript in here. See if Blazor has got anything. Type ahead, menu, video, toast, local storage. There. Add Blazor local storage. Right, so we can create, if I put a directory in here called Twitch_callback, and then HTML file in here called index.html. So we have got window.location dot going to take this page out of here like this. JavaScript location hash. So hash there gets you the part of the thing there. Console.log window.location.hash, like so. And then if we go back to localhost /Twitch _ callback hash access _ token equals foo, and that is not being found. That's because I actually need the index.html because I'm only using static files. And then my console, I get my access token equals foo, like that. Okay, so let's stop this, and I'm going to rename this to Twitch _ callback, and I'm going to move it up into root like that, and then get rid of the directory. So yes, if anyone missed what was going on there, the static files middleware for ASP.NET Core doesn't resolve directories to index.html. There is a separate thing for doing that, which I believe is this use file server. So that if you do app.useFileServer, then it will hit, if you've got a directory with an index.html file in it, it will pick that up and it will serve that index.html as a root thing. But it doesn't matter, we're just going to use static files and Twitch callback.html. And so our hash is going to be hash ID token equals something ampersand access token equals something. So we can say const hash equals window.location.hash .substring 1, and then we can say const parts equals hash.split ampersand, and then we can say for const part in parts. I need to remind I haven't written any JavaScript for such a long time. JavaScript for in of creates a loop iterating. Yeah, so that's the one we want. Const part of parts. We can say const pair equals part.split equals, and limit it to 2, I believe. So limit the number. So yeah, we want a maximum of 2. And then we can say if pair 0 access token triple equals JavaScript. Window.local storage dot set item twitch underscore access underscore token pair 1. Make sure that pair 1's actually got something in it. And then in our Twitch auth service, so we're going to bring in that NuGet package for Blazored. There we go, local storage. Nice and helpfully at the top. Install. And in our startup, we can go up to here and we can say services.add Blazored local storage. And then Blazored local storage. And then inject iLocal storage service into Twitch auth. iLocal storage service. Do 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 do. I don't like doing that like that. So I'm going to go back to dashboard. Like so. And then we're going to inject the local storage service into here at inject local storage service, local storage service, and then we can say var access token equals local storage service dot get item as string async twitch underscore access underscore token. And then we can say if string dot is null or empty access token make this async. Await this. Twitch auth dot token equals access token. Right. So we have got that in there. It's being passed across. We're using an HTML page to set it there. So I'm going to go to here and change this to .html and do the I'm not a robot dance again and save. So that will now work. And then Twitch auth get authentication URI Twitch callback .html. URI helper URI dot escape URI string. So we're going to escape that URI string there, which is what you want to do. That field can be made read-only, so we should do that. Okay, and then we'll set a breakpoint here, and we'll just go into launch settings.json, and that's going to go to 25293, and we'll just hit this. So JavaScript interrupt calls cannot be issued at this time. This is because the component is being statically rendered. When pre-rendering is enabled, JavaScript interrupt calls can only be performed during the on-after render async lifecycle method. Okay. So we will change this to on after render async, and try running this again. This is complicated. So did not do that. authentication URI copy value. Let's try taking that breakpoint out. Nope, it was not happy about that. Why was it not happy about that? I'm guessing this is .navigate to. Yes, okay. I was just calling the wrong thing. Right, let's try this. Missing client ID because I don't have a value, but that's good. This is all good. That's progress. Right, hold on just one moment. Manage, and my client ID is this. I'm going to just hard code this into the application. So Twitch auth private const string client ID equals that, because the client ID is not secret. Is it? I don't know. Somebody tell me if the client ID is supposed to be a secret. I'm guessing it's not because you're passing it in a URL, so, you know, that's the thing there. Cool beans. Okay, so I'm not doing that on here, but what I'm going to do is up on my other screen, I'm going to go to localhost / 25293/dashboard and authorize that. And then down here, oh, it's not going to set it into the local storage on the right thing, is it? Excuse me just one moment. I am making a Twitch overlay bot that runs locally on your machine, Vinyl Warmth, and allows you to display Perry, amongst other things. Enter the code found in your Authenticator app, or you can request the code via SMS. If you've lost your phone, please contact Twitch support. I haven't lost my phone, it's downstairs. So hold on just one moment. I'm just going to go and get my phone. Right. So, and moving this back up off the screen here, and this token expires in this much time, and then we're going to go bump, 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 and submit. And that has now done this callback here. So if I go to the application section here and look in local storage, we have a Twitch access token which has been set there. So now if I go back to dashboard, I now have a valid authenticated Twitch access token which is in my application. Hurrah for that. So yes, let's jump back to here and we'll refresh this and then we'll turn it on and then we'll do Perry Perry, and that's doing that thing there. But no, if I do bang Perry in the chat, then I can make Perry appear on the screen. The idea is to, you can download this application and run it on your machine, and then you point a browser thing at it in OBS Studio or whatever you're using. And you can use it to display images or play sounds over the Twitch stream. And you can set it up so that people with a chatbot can can sort of go bang Perry and make things appear on the screen as well. And it'll all be nicely packaged up. And this will look very different, and it won't have the Blazor test pages and things on it, and it's going to be awesome. But mainly it's just a way to sort of work with Blazor and do something interesting with it and do something sort of Twitch related with it, which I thought would be quite cool. So yeah, okay, that's good. Now the issue that we have with that, though, is that we've got the, where's the bot? There's the Twitch bot. Right. And so this can get Twitch auth injected. But until such time as that, oh, let me turn the overlay off. Until you've gone through the dashboard and authenticated with Twitch and bounced back and got the access token and all that sort of stuff, because we're now going to use that access token, that's not going to work. Also, I need to get the username out of there somehow, which is probably what I require the claims for. I don't know. We'll come back to that in a moment. But this is not going to work properly now. So what we're going to do is in Twitch auth, we're going to add a public event action token set, and we're going to change this to a property with a backing field. And we're going to say token set dot invoke. So now when the token is set, it will fire an event. And then we can jump back into TwitchBot. And we can say _Twitch auth dot token set plus equals Twitch auth on token set. And then in here, we can copy all of this stuff down to here. Just going to hard code this to Mark Rendell for a minute, and then we'll work out how to get it from the right stuff. And then access token is going to be _Twitch auth dot token. And then credentials is going to stop being read only. And client is going to stop being read only. And we'll get shot of all of that stuff. And then in here, we can move this up to here. Like so. Right, so I'm going to remove all my breakpoints, and then I'm just going to set a breakpoint back into here. And I'm going to run this again. And my breakpoint has been triggered. And so this token is set. So that. And yay, that has worked. It works. It's alive. Brilliant. So we have a login process, and on the dashboard side of things, you don't see anything once it's logged in, because it's got the access token now in storage. So that access token is going to have expiry on it. So if I go to jwt.io, because the access token is going to be debugger. So if I go to local storage on here, and I edit value and do copy, if I put that into here, no, that's just an access token. Right, it's the other token, it's the ID token. that we want. So I'm going to go back to here and say else if pair 0 ID token window.local.storage.set item twitch underscore ID underscore token pair 1. And then I'm going to delete this so that we can go through that again. And then we'll run this. So this now should bounce through the authentication bit. Oh, that's the other thing. Twitch callback needs to do that. Stop this. Twitch callback. And then we can say window.location.replace/dashboard, like so. ReSharper getting a bit upset with my stuff there. Right, local storage. So we've got a Twitch ID token and a Twitch access token. Close this and do a refresh here. No, stop. Go away. Back to here. Run it again. And then we just go through this. There we go. Very, very quick bounce to Twitch and back again. And now those tokens have been set, and I've got this. And if I copy this and go back to that jwt.io here, and there we go. Brilliant. That's completely brilliant. Okay. So we've got our claims here. Preferred username. Is what we're going to use from that. So, Twitch auth, we are going to add a method to this and say public void set token string set tokens, string ID token, string access token. And then we can just change this back to a get private set. and we can say token equals access token and token set dot invoke, like that. Whoops. And so now we just need to get the data out of the ID token. And so we can, let's do this the fun and interesting way. Private string pass username string ID token. So if you jump back over to this JWT, you see that the token is split into 3 sections with dots. And so we can say var parts equals ID token dot split on dot. If parts dot length is less than 3, return null. And you do that. And then part 1 now will have the main chunk of the token inside it, and so we can say base 64 dot decode from UTF-8 decodes the span of UTF-8 encoded text represented as base 64 into binary data. Base 64.decode convert dot from base 64 string. This is the one that I want because I'm just going to create a byte array because I'm not that bothered about it. So we're going to say var bytes equals parts 1, and then we'll say var JSON equals encoding.utf8.get string bytes, and then we can pass this as JSON. So we're going to say JSON document dot pass So this is giving us, this is the new system.text.json deserializer, and this is a super efficient JSON thing. And so what we want is for it to have a field preferred underscore username. So JSON dot root element dot get string JSON.root element dot get property dot get string JSON.root element dot if dot try get property like that. And then down here we are going to have a prop string question mark username with a private set. Return username property dot get string. Otherwise we're going to return null. And then up here we can say username equals pass username ID token, like so. And then if we go back to dashboard, we can say var ID token equals await local storage service dot get item as string async twitch underscore ID token. String dot is null or empty ID token. Otherwise, Twitch auth dot set tokens ID token access token, like so. And let's set a breakpoint in here. And debug through this. So there's my ID token. Parts. Oh, the input is not a valid base64 string as it contains a non-base64 character. Ooh. Well, that's not right. Let's run this again. Okay, so parts 1. Copy value, and then base 64 Okay, can anyone see why .NET would be saying that is not a valid base64 string? As it contains a non-base64 character. More than 2 padding characters, or an illegal character among the padding characters. Okay, tools. Convert dot from base64 string All right, so it's being sent without padding. Base 64 padding. The length of output encoded string must be a multiple of 3. If not, the output will be padded with additional pad characters. So, in here, we can say var payload equals part1 while payload dot length mod 3 isn't 0, payload plus equals. And then we will run this up again. So payload, if I view this now, this is super weird. Payload.length. That is a multiple of 3. C# base 64 padding. So that the length is a multiple of 4. Change that to 4. Trying to work out if I've ever seen a base 64 string. Still busting. Oh, that's because I've done that wrong and I've put the wrong thing in there. Payload. And so now I've got my text. And now I've got my JSON. And that does that. And that's now working through there. Okay, good. And so then in the Twitch bot, we can say username equals underscore Twitch auth dot username, and we've gotten rid of that hard-coded thing there. So we've still got that hard-coded there. I guess that probably wants to be the same username. Let's just do Twitch auth.username to lower. And run this up again. get rid of this. And let's I'm going to refresh this and turn it back on and do Perry in here, and that has not worked. We've gone through a lot of online help today. Right. So let's go into TwitchBot, run, remove all line breakpoints, set this here. Okay, so we've got the thing. Let's refresh that. Turn you off. Turn you back on. Perry. There he is. Don't know why it didn't work last time. Something went weird with it, probably to do with me debugging. Hooray for being able to turn Perry on and off again. All right. Now, there's one more thing that I want to do here, and that is in Twitch Auth. This is going to be bool triset tokens. And so this is going to be pass JSON payload. Okay. So I've refactored that out into pass JSON payload. Try, and this is going to return false. Why would you JSON equals default return true? So then up here we're going to say if try pass JSON payload ID token out var JSON. And we can just put this up here because we don't. I'm going to say username equals. But we're also going to get the EXP value out of there. not Twitch auth.tryset tokens ID token access token. So now we're basically saying if either of them are empty, and we can tidy the code up here by making these nullable, and then we can just say if string.is null or empty ID token, or string.is null or empty access token return false. And so this can just become that. And then so I'm just going to jump into here, and we're going to the developer tools, and we're grabbing that Twitch ID token, and we're going to the jwt.io so I can remind myself what it's called. And so this is when the token expires as a JavaScript number of milliseconds. So it's a Unix time, number of milliseconds since the midnight on the 1st of January 1970, which Dylan will tell you is or used to coerce to false in JavaScript, because it was the number underlying it was 0. So in Twitch auth, we can say if json.root element.try getProperty exp comma out var exp property, and then we can say exp property dot if and exp property dot try get int64 out long exp, date time offset dot from Unix time milliseconds. So I'm just going to grab this quickly and go to my C# interactive and do date time offset dot from Unix time milliseconds So guessing that might be seconds then. Yes, that looks more reasonable. So if it's got an EXP and we can pass it and it's expired, then we will re-trigger the authentication process. And that should work. Okay. So that's pretty solid, actually. That's now doing proper authentication via the Twitch API. And it is making Perry work. So that's pretty neat. I think that's it for tonight. So what we're going to do next time, on Tuesday next week, is turn this upload new image thing into something really cool and funky. Where when you do like choose file and go to pictures and no, not those, because they're huge. Let's go to Dropbox, memes, bring it, right? So when you do that, we're going to make this a full page thing. So the upload new image thing is going to be full page, and the choose file and stuff is going to go across the top there. And once you do it, it'll actually display the image. So with it in the screen on a 16:9 grid, and then as you're editing height or width or top or left, it'll preview what's going to happen to the image. And yeah, so you'll be able to say, I want it to show there or wherever it might be, and get an idea of where it's actually going to appear on the screen, which I think is probably pretty useful. So yes, that's going to stop being a dialogue. Oh look, we've got the button back. So yeah, I'm going to figure out what I broke while I've been mucking about with this, but for the time being, I think that's pretty good. I think we're in a good place. So I'm going to stop for tonight because it was a long one on Tuesday. And it's my daughter's birthday tomorrow. So if any of you have met or seen my daughter Willow, she's just super awesome. And it's her birthday tomorrow. And I've got to go and inflate helium balloons and things of that nature for her. After I've got her to go to bed, which could be interesting because she's a teenager. But yes, and if you're not aware of my daughter Willow, she is completely awesome, and she's spoken at conferences about Unity programming, and yes, we're doing a computer science GCSE just by ourselves, because you know, how hard can a computer science GCSE be? Right, I'm waffling. So yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by the stream. I hope it was interesting. I think it was quite a fun thing to do. I'm going to push all the code. So git add dot -a, git commit -m, add Twitch OIDC authentication, and then git push. So all those changes have been pushed up to the GitHub repo. There's a link to that. The Stream Elements bot pops in every now and then and says, hey, here you can do these things. There's a Discord as well, and actually what I'm going to do on the Discord, I am already in there. Log in, open Discord. School of Grok. So I'm going to create a new channel called Images. And edit the channel, and post images in here to get them added to the overlays. So yeah, if you want even more interactivity, then join the Discord. There's that invite link should work. And then there's an images channel, and if you just post GIFs or images or whatever in there, then I can add them to the overlays, and then you'll be able to spam me with the images that you want to spam me with, but in a very controlled way. So please, no pictures of pairs or anything like that, because we don't do pairs on this channel. Alrighty, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm stopping. I said I was stopping, and then I talked for another 5 minutes, which I tend to do. It's been awesome, and I will be back on Tuesday next week at 7 o'clock UK time, which is currently 6 o'clock UTC. Super fun thing though, the week after that, so Tuesday the 20th, I will not be streaming on my channel because I have been invited to stream on Microsoft's Learn.net channel with them and talk about gRPC and WCF, which happens at 7:30 UK time. So yeah, that's on the 20th. But yeah, you can follow me on Twitter and find out about that. All right, okay, that's it. Good night. Have great weekends, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you on Tuesday next week, Tuesday the 13th. Cheers, everyone. Bye.